recording.
We're doing it.
We're doing it, see?
We're doing it.
Yeah, see?
Hi, welcome to HivesCon.
Welcome to HivesCon.
The podcast
Yeah,
your
see?
favorite YouTuber loves to rip off.
Yeah.
Well,
your podcast that your
who's your
mom
favorite
likes,
YouTuber?
but you hate.
Blurs the Blackfish.
yeah.
That is. Or he's our enemy now. Yeah, you hear that, Blursy? You're our enemy.
Oh my god.
Dude, there's this one YouTuber that
Blurs
is
will never be our enemy.
constantly in my feed, but he's one of those guys, he has probably like 20 channels. It's a guy that he does, I guess, kind of like educational, but he has like stuff where like a channel where he talks about like current events, one where he talks about paranormal shit, one where he does
This isn't like a hobby YouTuber.
No,
He's
no, I don't. I've said before, I don't watch any hobby YouTube.
Do you think that's,
That's
like
crazy.
Do you think that's like casting a wide net?
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
He's making stuff for all different people, so
Yeah.
his channels.
So one of them will take off, and then he could just be like, "Finally, I can make money
He's
on
some
this."
fucking. He's this British dude he's bald. Kind of looks like you, except
Thank
with
you.
a bigger beard.
Oh my god.
Damn it!
But I'm like, this dude probably sucks so much.
Come
saying
on,
Terry
because he
sucks?
looks bad. Because
No,
because
because he has
looks like
he has
Terry.
20
It's
YouTube
gotta be the beard.
channels.
The beard must make him look bad. Gage, did you do our Welcome to Hivescum bit already?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I did.
What's the bit?
No, you just said Welcome to Hivescum, the podcast for the 28 community.
I don't think you guys know what a bit is.
No, I don't know.
you
Not
know
a
what a
bit.
bit is.
I got a bit for you right here, pal.
It's like a part of the episode. It's the entry.
Okay, it's a bit, as
The
in a little
entry.
It's
bit.
the entry.
not like a bit, like a joke bit.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm Terry at stone.jaw.
I'm Steve at South of Heaven.
I'm Phil at Blur's Craft. Maybe
Yes.
I don't know. Is that his?
Our enemy. enemy Blurs.
That is who Blurs' account is, yes. But
Yeah.
I'm Gage at No Clear Coat.
I haven't seen Blurs in a really long time. I miss
I think
him.
he
He
was
came here
here
not that long ago.
Yeah, maybe
It was
last
like earlier
year.
this month.
I think he came. It was like the same day but I showed up late.
You showed up
Yes.
at 8 p.m.
I
Dude, I
know.
feel like every
That's my
time
the witching hours.
there's friends here, I show up like right when everyone is like an hour before everyone's leaving.
Most people get here
You
at
do
like
that.
10
Yeah,
or 11.
motherfuckers come early as shit. It's my day off, man. I'm
Sleeping
not even getting
I mean,
out of
this is
bed
what
until,
people
like,
want to
9.
do on their day off.
Yeah,
They want to
10
come
a.m.
and
is
game.
not early, by the way.
I can't sleep
For
in
the
anymore.
record.
to show up here. No, I know in
okay.
general, but it's usually like my first day off of the weekend. I just want to fucking lay around and not do anything.
That's
Dude,
fair.
I can't sleep in though.
Also,
anymore.
especially on
Lost
my
power.
days off now, first thing I do, well, not first thing I do, but like I try to get my like exercise out of the way first thing, and that's like at least an hour's worth of my time.
What's the first thing you do? Right when you wake up, first thing,
Vomit into a trash can.
immediately throw up.
No.
Nice.
Daily.
Daily, just immediate throw up. I don't
Take-
think there's anything
take-
wrong with me. I think it's a normal thing.
take my vitamins.
Really?
I guess.
They're just on your bedside. You immediately
Well, I have
wake
to
up.
climb. Remember, I have a stupid fucking loft bed, so I have to climb out.
Oh,
of
I
it.
forgot about this.
Yeah,
So then that would be the first thing you do is climb down from your bed.
climb down. Yes.
That's a cool move. No. I think it's so sick. I forgot that you had that bed. Because you have a desk underneath it.
No, I have a.
Don't you have
like
a
my
ceiling
chair, like a
fan?
lazy boy? I do.
Inches from death every day.
No, well, so what I found with
That's the
now
best
that,
way to
now
live.
That now that the weather's gotten warmer and I do run the ceiling fan when I'm sleeping, it's towards the end where my feet are. Fan blades are kind of just made of like particle board, man.
Yeah.
They're not
I
gonna
think they'll
hurt
still
you.
bust your toe. out.
Hurts.
Yeah,
It'll break
no,
your
they
toe.
don't. I kick them all the time. I kick the fan while it's running all the time with my toe.
And does it just stops and then like restarts?
Well, I mean, my foot is usually also like covered by a blanket too, so
No, it's got protection.
that definitely.
What are you proving in this moment whenever you're kicking that fan?
Who's
Fuck
stronger?
you.
Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah.
not. I'm not like fuck you. It's just more of just like I'm like lifting my leg or something and like not realizing.
You're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah,
real show
not
of
realizing
force.
I'm that.
Yeah,
close
it's
to
Phil
the-
versus the machine.
Yeah.
The machine is the
Yeah, I'm living real dormitory style.
Respect.
I love it.
No,
dude.
it's not respectable at all. It's kind of my
You and
shame.
Brandon should bunk together. Like he
It'd
should
be
get
cool.
the lower bunk.
And then you guys could have a spare room
Yeah.
to do
Yeah.
cool shit.
a
in.
hobby room.
Yeah. A room just for hobby. You both have to sleep
I
in the
remind you
same
guys,
room.
we have a living room that is empty and unused and has been for the two
gotta take
years
it
that
over.
we've lived in.
You got to take it over.
No couch
Just
in there.
move your bed in there.
Yeah.
We weren't using
That would
this.
be
So
a
this
good-
is my room now.
Good move.
That would be cool. And then you set up a bunch of work-out equipment and the exercise equipment in your old room.
Yeah.
Dude, I would
That's my
love to
gym.
have a
This is
fucking
my
home
room
gym.
now.
I have a treadmill in the basement, but the basement flooded real bad, and so I don't know if it actually works anymore. Like, I don't know if
no.
it plugs in.
What the
I haven't
fuck,
tried.
dude?
I
Flooding
mean, if it
basements.
dries out, it's probably fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, that's
as long as all the
Well,
wires.
it also
aren't, like,
it
corroded.
wasn't
Yeah.
like a rain flooding. It was just like, dude, I can't remember. Like Brandon texted me. It's just like a picture or a video of just like the water heater in the basement, just like jet, just shooting out, just like spraying all of the basement.
Dude, that's scary. I wouldn't want
it
to
was
be
like
down there.
ankle
if that
deep.
shit was
It was like
happening.
ankle
God.
deep.
I want to return to you making living room your bedroom.
It'd be
What would
cool-
your roommate say if you just took it over? You were just like, "Yeah, this is mine now."
I think I'm going to try a new thing.
I don't think
I
either
don't-
of them are confrontational enough that it would matter.
Yeah, one of them wouldn't say anything.
Yeah.
The other one would be like, "Whoa, what's that about?"
That's cool, man. That's cool, man.
That's cool, man. It would be cool. You know, now that I think more about it, it's actually like not an awful idea.
Bringing people over, like, yeah, this is just Phil's room.
You terrible.
Yeah.
I don't bring people over. Dude, one of the only times I've had anyone at my apartment was last Nemo. Seb slept on the living room floor.
I've never been to your apartment.
Wait, there's.
you didn't help me move in?
No,
No?
I must have been working or something.
Oh yeah, I was there. There's literally nothing in the living room. It's just like
I hung up some plants by the window.
nice. It's good use of window.
Are they alive?
Yeah, dude. I'm not bad at keeping
Oh,
plants
good.
alive. They're low maintenance plants. They're pothos. What else is in the living room? There's a couple of like end tables with nothing on them. There's a shelf with a couple of supplies that one of the roommates put up there. There's like it's like where he keeps his cereal and stuff
in the
living
living
on a shelf in the living room outside of his bedroom.
So it's for convenience, but also you don't want to see it every day.
I mean, you'll see it if you walk through the living room.
I
You'll
mean,
see
but like they don't want to see it in their room, so they want to just be able to reach out naked and grab the cereal box.
I would
and
assume
pull it in.
they ran out of room in their room.
Oh, they keep all of their food in their room.
Some of it, I'm sure.
That's sick.
Dude, I can't even. I would hate having roommates.
I used to
I
love
hate having
roommates.
roommates.
I have a roommate right
I'm
now. It's
so
great,
old.
but
I should not have roommates at my age.
No, come on, man. Roommates are sick, dude. Seinfeld. They
I got a
roommates
roommate.
now, they
He's
don't have
fine.
roommates,
But if I had a roommate,
But you're the homeowner and you have like a roommate that's like paying around. I'm living with roommates out of necessity
yeah, but roommates are sick.
because I'm a
dude.
loser.
But
I
at least
miss
you
living
know
in an
them.
apartment.
That's true. At least I do know them. It's not like, dude, when people live in fucking like Brooklyn and shit and they just have to live with
just
randoms.
whoever. Yeah, no, I couldn't do that. I mean that happens here too. Like people are just like, oh,
People with no friends.
Well, just I need to move into a place near my job, and they just find somebody with a looking for a roommate advertisement and just move into whatever situation it is.
That sucks.
Like,
I just want everyone to know that I forgot to pay the internet bill for the studio.
for how long, dude? That's a lot of money. We're the red people.
We're paid up now.
folks,
but-
sign up for the Patreon.
Yeah, if you want to head over to patreon.com/hivescope.
Does that include like late fees and shit?
There's a $5 late fee on there.
Oh, well, that's not too
Okay,
bad.
so
I'll,
that's-
I'll sponsor it, guys. Don't worry.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
So that's got to be like
Yeah.
5 months, right? Or 4 months? How much is our
I
internet?
think that's 3. Yeah,
we don't
Wow,
use
we
the
have
internet.
expensive internet.
that's fine.
No, there's
It
no
is-
service
yeah,
here
that's
without the
fine.
internet.
Unfortunately, that's the only fucking internet we're allowed to have.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
can't we get like a lower bill?
Nope.
That's so stupid.
No, I was there when Gage tried to haggle with the Frontier person. It was very cool. They were very flexible.
They were very flexible. They definitely didn't just talk to me like I was a fucking
I remember
idiot.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, what can you do? What can you do? You guys know the trouble with internet. But before we go into what we've been working on, I have never been the kind of guy who calls looking for a deal.
Yeah.
But the other day I saw that my internet, which originally was $35 a month,
Yeah.
but went up to $60, and I was too lazy to call, so I was like, fine, I'll keep paying the $60. And then the other day it went up to
It's
$150
me with every
What?
bill.
out of
Yeah.
nowhere. $150 out of literally nowhere. I was like, wait, what's going on? It must have just been like I hit 3 years, and they were like, well, he hasn't called about 60. Maybe he won't call about 150. And so I called and said, yeah, I just want to cancel this. I want to move. I want to
Oh
go.
my God! No!
They
we
literally
can't.
were just like, listen, we'll give you whatever you want. They were like,
Yeah.
just don't leave. We'll give you the
We'll give you your original payment.
Yeah. So now I'm back to my original. And I was like, wow, I should have called forever ago.
Nice.
So, listener out there, if you're worried about calling, it takes 2 seconds and you just say, yeah, I don't want internet anymore. And they'll just give you whatever you want.
You know what my dad pays? He does pay for some cable, like very basic bullshit with like a couple movie channels, and he has internet.
Yeah.
$300.
Yeah, dude. That's the boomer package.
He has a landline too. But
And they're like okay with it.
yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, you don't need a cable box.
No,
in
I need
every
that one
room.
channel. So
Is that what cable used to cost? Like, did cable cost that much?
It couldn't. It couldn't cost that.
It was
much
like
back in the day.
$100+ if you wanted fucking like everything.
Yeah, if you wanted like HBO and shit.
Well, yeah. HBO.
This is like the start of cable internet era
yeah.
pricing. So
Dude, shout out if you guys remember Free Stars Weekend, man. I used to love watching, like, when they would give you the little free samples of things.
Oh,
Dude, I used to love that.
I don't know if I even remember that.
It was just
Guess what?
like,
I didn't have cable until I was like in
oh,
high
yeah,
school.
yeah. Yeah. You were a rabbit ears kid.
Oh yeah.
Rabbit
I
ears.
was an outdoors kid.
family.
I was a book kid.
Attaboy. That's why you're so smart. The rest of us are.
No, dude, it literally wasn't even a like an enrichment thing. My parents are insanely frugal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, good. You know, it helped you out in the long run.
I don't know. I'm the opposite of frugal. I don't know how to manage my money at
Oh,
all.
so-
Again, 36 years old, 2 roommates.
So maybe if they spent more money,
on
you would be saving more.
Yeah, if they paid for cable,
Yeah.
you would be in a different spot right now.
Wow. You'd be a different
this
person.
is their fault.
Yeah, it's like a real butterfly
You
effect.
should go
kind of
tell
thing.
them.
If they only paid for cable,
Mom, I hate you.
I'd be a Wall Street broker or something. I don't know. Who makes a lot of money? I'd be a doctor.
Well,
Doctors make a lot of money, right?
Yeah, they do.
Unless
Yeah.
they're unless they're selling bodies. Head on over to patreon.com/. It's good to hear about that
Oh my
situation. Yes. What you been working on, Gagey?
I broke my foot.
Yay!
Yeah.
Everybody clap for the boy.
Yeah, I broke it at a show. It was stupid.
So you're working on physical therapy then?
I'm doing.
You haven't been
physical
doing any
therapy.
hobbying.
No,
He's been playing Sea of Thieves.
I've been playing a lot of Sea
every
of
day.
Thieves. It's a really
Is
cool
that
game.
like a baby game?
Yeah, it's like VeggieTales.
Yeah,
I would
it's
say
like
not.
VeggieTales.
It's a VeggieTales kind of game.
Can you not disrespect
Yeah.
the game of our ancestors?
Yeah. Steve and I have also been playing Sea of Thieves.
Is there music in the game?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sea Shanty too.
Is it sea
Oh my
shanty kind of
God,
thing?
no. There's a million songs. You can pick your instrument. You can play different instruments.
Wait, whoa, whoa,
So
whoa.
one guy's like sailing the boat, and the other guys are just hanging
Sea of
out.
Thieves is like
Okay,
a
all right.
pirate game.
Yeah, well, I understand that.
Yeah.
The title gives it away. Sea of Thieves.
Yeah,
Got
yeah.
it. But there's also musicians on these.
Well, you just
seas.
have instruments.
Is it like
Play.
a historical or does it take place in
No.
like a fantasy world?
Fantasy
Yeah,
world,
I would say
Are
it's
there sea
historical.
monsters?
Yeah.
There are. There's a
Oh,
megalodon.
dude.
Steve and I were screaming like little girls when we saw it.
It was really
Oh, there's a
scary.
megalodon in the
scary,
game.
dude,
What?
yeah.
So this is an alternative universe then.
That's
I
real.
guess.
It exists in an alternative like timeline, sort of.
Humans and
I don't want to talk
megalodons.
You
about
guys
Sea of
are-
Thieves
you
anymore.
guys are
You're
really-
patronizing me.
No. So
Yeah, what universe does this take place in? The Sea of Thieves. I don't know.
So you're all on one boat,
Yeah.
and there's a captain.
Yeah.
But the captain's another guy.
Yeah. It's me.
You're the captain.
Yeah.
Whoever's hosting the crew.
Yeah. Yeah.
is the captain.
Yeah.
And then the other guys just run around playing instruments and stuff.
Yeah. Or like
Shooting
Steve will be
cannons.
shooting cannons or up in
At
the
what? It's megalodons?
other players.
Other
It's like a
players.
PvP game.
Oh, okay.
Other
so there's other
captains.
boats
Yeah.
flying around this thing.
Yeah.
It seems pretty cool, dude. Not
It's
gonna
pretty
lie.
sick.
I feel very patronized.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then there's guys playing instruments just on the boat. Hanging
Yeah.
out.
Anyway, so I've been doing that, and then also I made my term warband.
You did it.
Well,
No, you didn't.
like stats wise,
Oh.
I sent out a cry for help. I needed horrors delivered to me.
Yep.
So I can continue with my Monster Hunter warband idea. Excuse me, I'm also sick. So shout out Gingersaurus Rex, aka Ryan. Hooked it up with some horrors that will absolutely finish off the warband. Also mailed
Perfect.
Phil a servitor for the
Oh,
Body Snatchers.
nice.
So hopefully this weekend I will start cutting them up and start making the guys.
Why are you cutting them up?
Yeah,
Aren't
leave
they
them
old
alone.
metal models?
Yeah, but you know,
Why can't
blue
you make
stuff.
them old?
nothing is safe.
I thought you
Who
were
cares?
blue stuff.
No, come on.
Gage, I'm on
Stop.
your side.
Yeah.
I would have traded for him because I would like those horrors.
Well, he needs them for a war band.
Yeah,
that
but he can just
a
blue
war
stuff
war
them.
band that he needs done in what, like a week or
A week
something?
and a half, pretty much.
Dun 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 dun. Nice.
Yeah, he's going to King's Landing.
Yeah. That was.
I
It was
am.
supposed to be a pirate theme, and I just couldn't think of a pirate.
That is a
theme.
pirate
Yeah.
theme.
Isn't that?
It's
No,
the
it's Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't
There's
realize.
pirates in Game of
I didn't
Thrones.
realize that
Yeah,
in
there are.
Dubrovnik there was quote unquote King's Landing. Every like video I've been watching about like what you should do while you're in Croatia is like you gotta check out King's
Oh, no
Landing.
shit.
To be fair, Phil
Wow.
told us that probably 10 times.
Yeah,
I
well,
didn't know that. This is news to me.
I didn't realize that
Sorry,
the
Phil.
fucking world cared about it because every YouTuber that I see that says that definitely doesn't watch Game of Thrones.
But I also think people
Everybody
are people
watches
are
Game of
people
Thrones.
are,
I mean, I
are
didn't, but
I think it's the most accessible thing if you're
Yes.
if you're just like what to do in Croatia.
so from my understanding, when you're in Dubrovnik, that like there's a pretty clear line of like where like the Miami-esque area is.
Miami.
They got
Yeah.
a Miami
What are we
area?
talking
Yeah.
about?
Dubrovnik is a beautiful beachside. It's on the Adriatic Sea.
They got Miami in Dubrovnik.
It's like a very touristy.
Beautiful blue water.
Yeah, yeah.
Beautiful beaches.
Pitbull.
It's like where the influencer-esque people go.
nice.
So
what do they do? Take pictures?
We're
there?
gonna go the other way.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably
Yeah.
a good idea.
I don't know. Going to the beach sounds nice.
Yeah,
I'd be on
yeah,
the beach.
there's
doing-
so many other beaches though.
dude, you got to flex your muscles on the beach.
Yeah, everywhere we said, or
yeah, it's got
everywhere,
hundreds of miles of coastline.
Yeah, everyone was saying you
Oh.
got to check out Split, and
the movie.
No,
every
it's the name of, it's the name of the
yeah.
city.
No shit.
yeah, and then
Dude.
all the videos that we watched were like
Split.
Split is the most overrated spot to go to.
So that means you got to go there.
Don't trust anything
Maybe.
people say.
Yeah.
We're gonna hit them all.
Who's saying this?
I don't know, the 12 YouTube videos I watched while I was broken off with my fucking leg.
So Split is overrated.
Yep.
By YouTubers say
Granted,
that it's overrated.
The next episode, I'll tell you guys I was wrong or full of shit. If-
no, I mean, dude, if YouTubers are saying
And
something
I
is
wouldn't take your
overrated,
word either. I would
Yeah.
want to see it myself.
Absolutely.
I'm kind of curious about what it could possibly be like if people.
I was told it's just very like Americanized, like Miami-esque areas, like in that one spot, Split, and that one half of like Dubrovnik is just
Nice.
it's just Miami.
Welcome to Dubrovnik.
Ooey ooey.
Welcome to Dubrovnik.
That's cool.
Miami.
So all right, so this will be a nice thing.
Yeah, we'll see.
I
we're
think it's
doing
gonna be
we're doing
awesome.
a whole a whole week. I think we land in Zagreb and then we're driving down somewhere else, and then we're doing like literally all the things that you quote unquote have to do, plus
Okay.
extra of just like check out this state forest or check out this other.
Oh, nice.
area.
Now we're
Yeah.
talking. Yeah,
So I'm just going to every state park I can in the
Good.
trip
That's
before
cool.
term. So
And that's really
you know,
neat. You never saw Game of Thrones though? That's like a crazy thing to
I
say.
saw season 1. I saw season 2, I think too. Actually,
Show was good.
yeah.
Show was good.
Yeah, I mean,
Last
don't know.
season sucked, but that's not like a controversial opinion or anything.
No.
But the show itself
The
was
last
good.
few seasons sucked.
I don't even remember any seasons before. I remember that last season being noticeably bad. Like I remember laying there being like, I don't understand.
Wasn't there a
what's
reason for that
happening.
though?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
it's
the,
not
the
written.
books are unfinished.
The books are unfinished. There was a writer's strike, and
I'm sure
the guys
there's-
were
I'm
leaving,
sure
I
there's
think, or
multiple
something like that.
Well,
There's
the,
like a
so the,
third
the
big
two
reason.
guys, it's so funny because the two guys that sort of like helmed the show, because of the success of the show, were given I think they were given like a Star Wars thing. So like, all right, we're just gonna wrap this up, and they like fucked it up so bad, like that they're like their other shit was like rescinded.
yeah,
Their stuff to stores, but I believe
Sucks to be you.
I believe they did that the 3-body problem thing.
Oh, no
The,
shit.
Interesting.
David Benioff and DB Weiss, I think, are their names.
No, they
the
did-
Davids.
They did the whole show though, from start to finish.
Yeah,
just
they were
like
the
best
show
over?
the showrunners.
they're just like best friends. They
did
get to
they
work
just
together.
like?
I guess, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of like teams like that in Hollywood.
My thought on that is like, you made the show. It was good up until a point, and then you
Yeah.
dropped the ball in the last season. We're saying last season because
Yeah, I
that
don't
was
know.
the egregious one.
I didn't really notice
Um,
the seasons before that.
Do you
being
think
too
that
bad.
they like when they're writing it, it's like they just don't bother going back and rewatching the show to make sure, oh yeah, this like makes sense. This would be cool. Or do you think they're just like so in their own head?
Oh, you mean like
Probably such a
there's, like,
corporate endeavor at that point.
It's
Yeah.
it's what we call art by committee, which is kind of like the opposite of having like an auteur, like someone who think of like a director who, well, like someone who's like director, producer, writer, star.
They have their
they,
vision.
They have their hand in every part of the project. They have a distinct style. They have their vision they want to do.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
Whereas art by committee, you have the studio giving notes. You know, the people that are writing it are people who are hired to write a certain story or a certain premise who like maybe aren't necessarily invested in the story.
So it just gets watered down because there's so many different voices.
Yeah,
happening.
because it's the art isn't being made by the idea or the premise for the project didn't come from the mind of an artist. It came from a studio who's just like, this, here's an idea that we can sell.
I
And
just don't.
then let's bring in all these other people to hire them to make this idea reality.
It's just like, you know what I mean? How are people that dumb? How are people so dumb that they're like, yeah, this will work? How about we get a bunch of people who only care about money to get
Well,
into a
here's-
room
here's
and
the thing
try
is
and
that
make money?
So if their goal is to make money, they're succeeding.
Yeah, I
That's
guess.
why I always think like why we have so much bad art now, art and media, and it just gets worse and worse over time is because it works. The point isn't to make good art. The point is to make money. And if people are still going and
I
seeing
guess
the
you're right,
product,
dude. You're right,
it doesn't
you're right.
really matter if they're making a piece of shit or not.
No, you're right. I
Yeah,
mean,
because after everyone watches it initially, they don't care
Yeah.
anymore.
no, totally.
Like, oh, we made our buck off the initial watch that everyone we
They're
knew
already
was going
on
to
to the
watch.
next thing.
Exactly.
No, dude, you're right.
But
shoot,
how do you know it's going to be bad unless you watch it? So it's like,
Yeah.
They're making the ending bad just for money.
I don't know. But they were trying to. They were trying to get.
I definitely
out.
have a that's
at that
the idea.
point.
But I definitely had
But
a
I
lot
thought-
of thoughts. As a big fan of A Song of
Yeah,
Ice
I
and
guess-
Fire, I definitely had a lot of emotional investment, and I've kind of like gone past it, but I still do have like the glimmer of hope that there will be some sort of literary resolution, whether it's like another writer or fucking what's his name actually George
he's
R. R.
done.
Martin actually
He's
does.
done. There's no way he's doing it.
Thing is, I know it's like a thing that he has an immense amount written. It's just a matter of whether or not he's gonna like actually finish it. But he's absolutely like written himself into a corner with
He's
a lot
too
of
busy
stuff.
making the fucking Erd tree, bro.
Well, if you
Yeah,
fucking,
but that's the thing too, is because he has such like a high profile, is that he gets all sorts of money offered to him to work on different projects, and that's just like what he does.
Yeah.
You know.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
I probably said this on the pod, but I watched some interview with him and Stephen King, and George R. R. Martin's just like, "How do you write so much? Like, how do you get your stuff done?" And Stephen King's just like, "I just write every day. Like, I write 6 pages every day, and that's just
That's a
how
lot.
That's how I put out 6 books a year or whatever he puts out." And George R. R. Martin's just like, mind is blown over the idea of just like sitting down and writing.
Yeah.
How do you do it? You know, how do you do it every single day? And he's just sit down and start
I mean,
doing
people don't
it.
realize the first book in the series, The Song of Ice and Fire, I want to say came out in the early '90s or something.
No shit, really?
Oh yeah, it's been around for a long time.
Wow.
And then the show started probably like 2010, around there.
Something like that.
I think shortly after the first season, the last book came out, and no book has come out since then. It's been
really?
last book came out between 2010 and 2012. Probably.
And it's because they took him on as like, we want you to like oversee this, and he just didn't have time.
Well, just the success of the show, they just gave him more projects. But he did every season. He would write the script for at least one episode, and oftentimes it was like the best episode too.
Oh yeah, I imagine having
Yeah.
an actual like
But
author who's
from as the seasons went on, it sort of like strayed further and further from the books, and then after the 5th season, they had passed. So where the books leave off is when fucking Jon Snow gets stabbed and is just like dying. That's like season.
Oh,
it's like
yeah,
halfway
yeah.
through the show,
Dude, they
that's
take-
only as far as the book goes.
the fact
Or
that
the books
that's
go, yeah.
as far as the book goes, because there's a lot of they take a lot of liberties after that. They
It's like
take
4 seasons,
and a
after
lot
that.
of stuff happens in
Yeah.
those. Even
Which
just with
a lot
the
of
Jon
that stuff
Snow
is
storyline.
outlined. He's just like, yeah, so my ideas for this and this to happen. So maybe that is what happened in the show, but the way that they arrive at it and the way that they
Yeah.
handle it and the way
Oh,
that
dude.
I feel like I
characterize-
don't even want to read it now because I already have
No,
all
I don't-
these
I don't-
preconceived notions.
and I don't blame you.
Kind of sucks.
And I wonder if maybe that's what George R. R. Martin is just like, dude, I don't even want to like go back into
Oh
this
yeah,
world.
dude, I would feel so fucking deflated if I was
Yeah.
him. Especially certain dude. I always the biggest like bummer to me always was the portrayal of Euron Greyjoy, who is
Yeah.
he was introduced in one of the later seasons, and he's like the big bad of the pirate guys,
He's a pretty bad guy.
Yeah, and he's the one who's if you watch the show, he's like, yeah, fuck the queen. Blah, blah, blah.
That's his like dying.
I'm gonna fuck
that's
the
his, like
queen.
final line.
In
is
the
that.
books, he's the scariest. He's like a pirate necromancer. He is. There's no comic relief coming from him. It's implied that he fucking like sexually abused all of the other like Greyjoys.
Oh, jeez,
like he
just like truly evil fuck.
he has like the blue lips because I don't know if they did it in the show, but the necromancers drink this fucking shit that dyes their lips blue. So he has like the blue lips. He has fucking he has one of his brothers is fucking crucified on the prow of his ship. Like it, dude, it's such like,
Brutal.
and they just made him like a fucking punchline character, and they also introduced him like way
Yeah.
later than he was in the book. You know. That's the other thing too is like they cut a lot of characters I think who probably would have ended up playing a bigger role in the story,
Yeah.
and then not having those characters when they're trying to like resolve the plot, or having had characters
Yes.
like merge together.
I mean, it's way harder with the show to like
Totally.
It is
maintain all these storylines that
Yeah.
a book does.
And a
Yeah.
book, like, you can feel
That's
very
why the
invested.
only piece of media I can ever take comfort in is One Piece, which is fucking crazy right now. Oh, I
Yeah.
say that all the time, but yeah.
Dude, I know zero about One Piece. I saw the first season. It was sick.
The live action one?
No.
Oh, the anime.
Yeah.
And we've had this discussion before, but when you say season, I have no idea what that means because there are no seasons.
Oh, I don't know. It's
literally-
however it splits it up.
However it's split up on
like,
whatever streaming
Netflix
service you
or
watch.
something.
And so they don't take breaks.
It just goes?
It just goes. A new episode comes out almost every. I mean, they'll take random holiday breaks, but on average, there's probably like 40-ish episodes a year. Probably.
A year?
That's
Well, it's because
crazy.
What?
and it's crazy because the manga goes about the same. There's probably about 40 something manga chapters come out,
That's
a
so
year.
wild.
dude, and it's crazy too. You would think that there'd be like a dip in quality or anything, or like fatigue or something, but
Yeah.
it fucking only ever gets better.
Well, yeah, now you're in the payoff time period.
Oh yeah,
Like you're in all the stuff is coming together.
literally, yeah. Like the last couple chapters, it's just like revelations, like things that I was wondering when I started reading, like as a teenager,
Yeah.
are just like being revealed, and it's just like the ultimate like payoff.
Oh, that probably feels great.
It feels incredible.
Listeners, if you haven't checked out One Piece, start at episode 1.
Or manga chapter 1.
Yeah. And then just work your way through. You'll be there in 30 years.
Dude, it's funny, dude. People always say like, yeah, that shit is like I'm interested, but like, I don't know, man. That's a lot. I'm like,
It is a
what the
lot.
fuck else you got? You know what I
Honestly,
mean? Like, are you?
I mean, I guess.
Is your like, are you gonna die?
If it's good, it's good. You
Yeah,
know
if
what I
it's
mean?
good, it's good.
If it's
Exactly.
good, honestly, like having 1,000 whatever, I mean, it's got to be almost at 2,000. How many episodes is that?
So the show, I to be honest, I don't watch a show. I haven't.
How many
I
chapters
haven't.
we got?
I
in
haven't
the
watched the
manga?
anime in probably close to 10 years.
Oh, really?
I read the manga every week, and I want to say the delay so that the show doesn't catch up to the manga. They're usually about a year apart. So what's happening, summer of 2024 in the anime is what was happening in summer of 2023 in the manga.
Oh,
you know
wow.
what I'm saying? It's about a year delay.
Very cool.
But where was I going with this?
I don't know.
I
where
don't
you
know.
were going.
Someone asked a question. I Oh, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Dubrovnik, King's Landing. I
King's
can't believe you never
Landing.
saw it. Anyways, you're going to hit King's Landing while you're there?
Yeah, Gage, what else you been working on?
That's it. I'll take a picture there.
Yeah, take a cool selfie in front of
Yeah.
like some cool statue or
Dude, I'm sure they probably have shit.
oh
Like
yeah.
the fucking the Baratheon family crest.
It'd
or
be
something.
me and Mr. Thrones.
And
Mr.
dude, there's
Thrones.
going to be so much like just like garbage stuff peddled out on the street.
Oh, I'm sure.
just
Yeah.
little plastic tchotchkes of the show.
Yeah, I'll
Oh,
buy
it's
them
cool.
all.
And you got to buy them all.
I'll buy them all.
Awful. Steve, what have you been working on? Listener, just so you know, you are aware, it's only been a week since we recorded last, so we're all kind of catching up on what's going
What
on
have
here.
I been
Yeah, we're
working
kind of
on?
struggling on how much have we
Yeah,
done.
I've done a
in
little
the-
bit, but
it has been less than 7 days since. we
yes, it
recorded.
has been.
Non-hobby wise, I've started the Halo franchise over again.
You mean like the games?
Playing Halo 1?
You're playing Halo
playing
1.
Halo
Like you're playing
Reach first, actually.
campaign mode?
Yeah, by myself.
That's cool. That's how I play. I'm not a big like multiplayer co-op guy.
Dude, I never played Reach when I was younger, which is like it's
Wait,
like,
Reach is 1?
Well, Reach takes place before Combat Evolved, which is
Oh,
the
so you're
first
playing
Halo.
them like
Chronologically.
chronologically.
Well, if we were playing chronologically, I would have had to play Halo Wars, the RTS game, but I'm not playing that. So
is there
yes,
is there lore in that game that you're missing
I'm
out
sure
on?
there is, and I don't care. But I read the books. I read the Halo books when I was in like middle school, and they were so sick. I thought they were the sickest thing in the world. But Halo Reach takes place before Combat Evolved, before like John, Spartan 117, and all that. And it takes place on the planet Reach, where Spartans are, I believe, developed. Like that's where Spartans are created.
All right,
And it's like the story of the Covenant invading, and like when the whole war with the Covenant starts between Earth and the Covenant.
Dude,
It's pretty sick. Yeah,
remember
yeah,
that,
yeah,
dude?
yeah,
That was
yeah.
a sweet episode. We started off with that.
Hell
It's
yeah.
beautiful.
But yeah, I've been playing that. I'm only
Nice.
like 2 hours in, and there's already been some like very cool shit going on.
So then it goes Reach, and then you just keep going.
Then
You're just gonna keep
then
going.
Halo 1, and then Halo 2, and Halo 3.
Nice,
And
dude.
then I'm not going to play anymore after that.
Yeah, I don't. I feel like they still make these games.
I think they do. I think there was a Halo 5, right? I think that was the
They
thing.
gotta stop.
Don't look at me. I've never played a Halo game.
Oh,
I played Halo
I was
2
not an Xbox
at my friend's
kid.
house.
That's
it
fair.
was sick.
Yeah, Halo rocks.
Yeah.
Besides that, in the past week, yeah, I think that's about it.
We've been playing games. We've been getting
We gaming.
some cool scenarios ready for Brothers of Prometheus.
Yeah, we got the BOP scenarios, like trying to figure those out.
Yeah.
How did your game? You won, right, last night?
I won. So we played Grimdark Future Firefight. Listen, I love OPR. I think the simplicity is great. This is my first time, I believe, playing Firefight. I think no, maybe we played Firefight. We did. Gage is nodding at me. And the wound system is just like your little guys are
It's awful.
invincible. It's honestly really bad.
Well, that was my biggest
I s-
complaint about it when we played.
Things don't die.
I see why they did it that way. Like it's like it has like that Mordheim feel of like, oh, your guy's not dead, or like Necromunda.
I mean, I
even.
guess, but Mordheim, I'm trying to even remember. Honestly, it's been a bit since I played Mordheim. But the roll for being knocked out, prone, and stunned, it must be more aggressive than Grimdark Future Firefight. Is it the same?
I think that Grimdark Future Firefight is more forgiving.
It's got to be, because I remember my things dying in Mordheim. I remember things being pulled off the table in Mordheim.
Yeah.
This game, I was like, dude, my things could just live forever. Having to roll a 6 up, and then if you don't roll the 6 up, you just get 1 wound, and then you have to roll a 5 up. You know what I mean? It's like, well, you're taking 2 other wounds before you even have to do a 4-up roll, and then it's a 50-50 chance. I'm like,
Yeah.
my guy has already taken like 3 wounds now,
Yeah.
and it's still a 50-50 chance that he will just stay in the game and
Well,
be fine.
And he's just a shitty cultist.
Like-
And my shitty that's how the game ended, was my shitty cultist keeps getting shot and taking wounds, and he's just like an action movie hero, just like just carrying the objective off the battlefield.
as the bullets are passing
Yes.
through him, he's staggering.
Yes, he's still surviving, taking this thing. I'm like, dude, this guy is so dead. He has been shot 37 times.
Yeah.
He is off of the game.
Well, I think that's like what Paul was saying. When we were talking about it earlier, like it's like an inquisitor style
Yes.
game. It would make sense. Like, oh, each of us has like 1 or 2 guys, and we're doing a very
Exactly.
specific like role playing objective.
Yeah. You want it to be more role playing. You want it to be
Yes.
more like D&D, where you have 60 life
Even
and there's
then,
not a lot of chance of
I
you
think it would
dying.
be easier logistic wise to just go, okay, he has 5 wounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, of
And
course.
rather than tracking all this extra bullshit.
Yeah.
Extra
For a game that
extra
is
shit.
is billing itself as simpler than Warhammer. It's
But
like,
I gotta say, like, for the most part, it is simpler than Warhammer.
I mean, the wound system is simple. It's
And
just
it
you
is.
just live. It's just
It's
hard to
just
kill
so-
each other.
And-
yeah.
But the story doesn't feel full when my guys are just like forever. I'm like, what is my point in
To be
even?
fair,
why am I
when-
hiding? in
When you
this
are
thing?
shaken, like rules is written, when you
Yeah.
are shaken, you're not moving. Your guy has to like stand up to activate, and I'm pretty sure if someone engages with you when you're shaken, you just die.
Yeah, and we did tweak that, so maybe we shouldn't have tweaked it. Like, maybe we should have made it more of a punishment to take a shaken roll.
Yeah.
And you would actually like not want to have shaken, because we were like, shaken's kind of silly, so we made it a little bit more.
Well, we just played with the extended rules, the advanced rules for shaken.
Is that what the advanced rules is? Is
Yes.
like you just take -1 to your quality and your defense, and then you just move at half speed. Mm-hmm. See, I think it's just like that's too forgiving. I think what we, and once again, I'm going back to Middle Earth Strategy Battle Game Battle Companies and taking their system of being like, roll a dice, 1 through 3, your guy lives. 4, 5, 6, your guy's out of the game.
Yep.
It's great. Like, that's so good. And it's in a skirmish game then, too. So it's not like it's like, well, that's an army-size game. This is a skirmish game. It's like they're both skirmish games. But the Lord of the Rings Middle-earth strategy battle game battle company always felt cinematic.
Yeah.
And I was like, it feels cinematic because it's a Lord of the Rings game. But no, it feels cinematic because shit dies.
And you roll off for everything.
Yeah.
Like it's a duel almost
Which
all
is
the
cool.
time, which is very cool.
It's just the best system.
It is. Honestly, I think that like taking that system and then just adapting it in other games is probably not an awful idea. And we've definitely talked about that before. But it is a great resource to steal ideas from. To do exactly what we're doing. Where it's like this rolling system sucks. Just take it from Middle-earth strategy battle game battle.
I mean,
companies.
we've done that too, especially with the shooting through enemies thing or like line of sight.
Or climbing and stuff. Dude, I'm like, this is the best way to do it. You roll a dice. On a 1, you fall. On everything else, you just make it up to the top. And on a 6, you keep moving.
Keep going, yeah.
It's like perfect. And it's simple and nice and good.
Yep.
So anyways, yeah. We were playing that.
Yeah.
And I won, Phil, to answer your question, because my action hero cultist won the game. My weakest character, he cost collectively like probably 7 points out of my 200. He won the game.
Yeah, he survived like 4 Space Marines shooting bolt guns at him.
Constantly just being hit. Yeah.
It wasn't like our game where I took 2 custodies that got shot 1,000 times each and died.
Yes, that's when we found out.
That is a lot of shots to take.
Grimdark Future Firefight is definitely a game. If you have a lot of guns shooting, nothing like, it's going to go. But you must have been rolling like a lot of, because to be taken out, how were your guys taken out? How were you guys killed? They must have rolled just like poorly. And you must have been like, crap.
I don't know. It's been too long.
Rolling a lot of 1s.
Yeah. Or 6s.
You guys are just going to house rule the shit out of it, though, right?
Yeah. I think like literally just that rule and being like,
yeah,
it's
we're
4,
definitely
5,
going to
6
do
out.
more play testing, I think.
Yeah. And it's just, you don't have to like, I don't know.
I do have grand ideas, though, for getting a new hobby project going. So,
do you want to expound on it? I think it's one of the questions we're going to ask later, though,
is
actually.
it? Oh, then I'll wait.
Yeah.
Then I'll wait.
I don't know that it is. But
Yeah, it's like, I don't know.
you can say, why would you bring it up unless you were...
Yes. You can't tease us like this,
Well,
Steven.
I want to make another board.
You've really only made boards for Mordheim.
I know.
Like fantasy boards. So yeah, making a 6 sci-fi board going fucking Witchhammer style.
Yeah. Go wild.
I mean, the board sounds like it's going to be great.
We'll see.
So is that everything you've been working on?
Yeah.
All right, sweet, dude. Philly, what you been working on?
Same old shit, I got here a little early so I could paint servitors. I'm almost caught up, or I was almost caught up on all the guys that I had, but it seems as if the reinforcements have started coming in from listeners.
I have to make you a freaking servitor, too.
Same.
Sorry.
Oh, are you
Same.
sorry?
I'm
Are you sorry?
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm just kidding.
Thank God. It was really mean.
Yeah, I'm kind of a bitch sometimes, you know?
Yeah, I know. But so you've been painting servitors?
Yeah, just the same old, just trying to rush through them.
Attaboy. I like that.
Yeah. I kind of got my,
How many are you up to now?
I would literally have to get up and go over there.
Maybe
and-
8.
Yeah, I think probably 8 or 9.
So you got
Then I got 2 more today
Sick.
in from listeners.
you got your sea legs.
my sea legs.
Yeah, I'm just trying
They're more of
to make a reference that
dirt-
these two guys would
Oh,
understand
okay.
with their pirate stuff.
I was gonna say
This is patronizing.
They're on
What are you talking
Prometheum. They're in a desert planet.
I'm trying to get down to your level, dude.
down.
Down to our level because you're better than us.
Well, I didn't say that.
That's
You're
fine.
reading
That's
too
fine.
far into it. You know
Go
what I
play
mean?
my baby game when I get out of here.
Listen, I'm not gonna make you walk the plank or anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, now you're making fun of me because they have a broken foot.
No, dude. I'm sure your ship's heading in the right direction, dude.
Oh, my
Everything's going
God,
fine
dude.
for you.
Oh my god, this fucking guy.
I don't know, dude. Everything seems afloat. You know?
Whoa!
What, dude? Sails at full mast, mother.
Ew.
We're keeping going.
I don't know about your sale.
Is that all you've been doing, Phil?
Yeah.
Is that all you've been up
I
to?
mean, I had a crazy work week. Been rewatching X-Files though.
Yeah, dude.
What episode
just-
are you on?
I just finished season 2
Hell yeah.
before I came here today. Season 2 ends on the cliffhanger. It's where some guy like hacks the fucking
the blonde-haired
defense department.
Yeah,
and the documents are written in like Navajo, like code talker shit. So they're down at like a res in like New Mexico.
They find all the bodies in that tanker.
Yep. And then the cliffhanger ends when they corner Mulder inside of the tanker and they throw some grenades in and explode it. And I'm sure he escaped.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, I know I fucking watched the show. This is maybe the second or third time I've rewatched the entire series. Well, no, I watched it religiously growing up. Obviously, it's definitely colored my worldview as a person.
Yeah.
But I rewatched it maybe a few years back. Maybe like 6 or 7 years ago, I rewatched the whole series.
There's so many good episodes.
Yeah, dude, I love X-Files. It's at the same time it can be prescient and it can also be really stupid. I love I love the Monster of the Week's episodes. I love the non UFO shit.
Dude, Cops episode.
I don't know if I remember that one off the top of my head.
It's Cops, the TV show, but Mulder and Scully are just.
Oh, that's right. Yep. Yeah. That's funny.
Dude, the home episode is still like actually scary.
Yeah, people go crazy for that one. I know it was like banned from syndication.
Really?
It's the one
too scary for people.
It's not even scary. It's just controversial. It was about just like a fucked up incest family.
I remember seeing
it's
it
definitely
on TV.
Dark. Like the way the way they like beat the cop to death in his house with a bat is like very crazy.
Yeah. I just watched one of the last episodes of the second season is I want to say it's called like Chaco Chicken. It's like a town that's like built on a chicken processing plant. You know the one I'm talking about?
Yes.
And they what is it? People are like having some kind of fucking.
They're having like meltdowns almost.
Yeah, they're having some kind of like adverse like the people in the town, and then there's like a cult.
No.
They're like consuming human meat to stay. And it's not the greatest episode, but it was fun.
There's a million. I mean, I could go on about all that.
I think I only saw like a first couple of seasons, maybe not even the whole second one.
I think because I know at some point Mulder and Scully get replaced. There's fucking Robert Patrick.
Robert Patrick comes in and replaces Mulder because there was like a
Robert Patrick?
Terminator 2 Liquid.
Liquid
Terminator. Yeah, okay.
And then the girl,
Officer Reyes. I don't remember the actress's name.
But it's like there's like a layover of like only like 5 episodes where Scully's missing. It's not like a long time.
They come and go. It's just like interchangeable.
No, there was like beef with David Duchovny and
like the director.
Jillian.
What's his name?
Chris Carter.
Chris Carter,
the showrunner.
Yeah, they had like beef.
But I think he got resolved.
Yeah, he came back. He was like pissed he wasn't getting paid enough money.
Oh, he wasn't like mad that he like bailed on him. We were supposed to go to the movies.
No.
They got mad at each other.
Apparently, him and Scully like didn't like each other either.
Chris Carter and Scully?
No.
David Duchovny and Jillian.
They like beef for a long time throughout shooting.
Maybe. So I went to New York Comic Con once, and it was like it was some sort of like maybe like the 20th anniversary or something, and they were on stage together, and they were so like flirty with each other. So
yeah,
it was like a bit.
I think they like got caught like doing it on set.
That sounds like some
that's some
fake,
he said, she said, internet stuff.
Yeah. I don't know shit about this show, but that's all I've ever heard.
What were we talking about today that sounded like that? Oh, you said that little Amish died or whatever.
Big Doinks and Amish.
Big Doinks and Amish died. And I was like, that sounds like some
it was young
Kel
King
Mitchell
David.
dying.
He is dead, though.
Well, I know he's dead now. So
guys, young King David died.
Yeah.
Listen,
years ago.
Rest in power.
So you're going to tell me that they didn't boink?
They might.
No, I don't believe that they actually boinked. In real life, you think that they are boinking.
Yeah.
But
I do like just calling it boinking. You think that they boinked though?
Yeah.
In real life,
I think it's probably.
I think they done had boinked.
I think they're professionals.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure David Duchovny was a sex addict, which was then funny because then he played one, in Californication.
Oh, he was the perfect role. He's like, that's it. I'm made for this role.
This role was me.
This is me. You have to give me the role. You think that's how it went?
Yeah.
Chris Carter make Californication?
No.
Oh, because they weren't friends.
Terry, what have you been doing?
So I've been working on a Brothers of Prometheum war band.
Yeah.
and it's sick.
Oh,
It is
really?
sick. The little
Yes.
doggy you made is
Yeah.
very cool.
So I'm taking all the, those toys that come in that tube at Michael's. It's just all of the animals in a tube. You know what I'm talking about?
The
There's
cheap little
Zoo in a
plastic
tube.
guys.
cheap little plastic.
I've been looking for a
tube.
birds one for fucking ever.
I have a bird.
I want multiple.
Oh, okay, what you doing with these birds?
He's gonna make flavors.
None of your
as each.
fucking business.
Why are you so
I know, is this
nosy,
rude,
bro?
dude? Damn, sorry. Whatever. Where was I? Oh yeah, so Brothers of Prometheum. So I'm making this kind of war band. They're like sort of raider-ish, like Fallout style raidery kind of guys. Just bad boys, really. You know what I mean? The lore's not fully fleshed out. They're kind of just bad boys.
I thought it was like a Beastmaster.
Yeah, it is, but I like thinking about the beasts as more, because there's 4 beasts. There potentially could be 5 when I try and like come up with the final like list to actually play games with them. But I like to imagine them being like sort of like guard dogs, like kind of yeah, that kind of pit bulls on like big leashes kind of thing. That's what I'm thinking.
Have you made your speeder?
No, but my speeder is going to be one of these animals. And
Real fast cyber dog with cyber legs.
yep, and there's going to be a guy riding it. Yeah.
Sounds pretty
so
cool.
Take
A
that.
guy riding a dog.
Yeah, well, it's not a dog.
Dogs hate that.
It's a lion model, but I'm going to cut the head off and like replace it with like some weird cyber head, and there's going to be just like a rider on the back of it.
A computer. It
What's
should
the
be a
lore
lion
behind
with a
these guys?
TV for a head.
Yeah, it's going to be something like
Were you
that.
not paying attention? He
Yeah.
hates lore.
I hate lore. It makes me sick whenever I think of stories for my characters.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait, what did you ask though?
I said, what's the lore for riding on dogs?
Oh, dude, it's sick. What are you talking about, lore? I don't need lore for that. I mean, if it was a big enough dog, you telling me that
Do goblins need lore to ride on
yes.
wargs?
You're telling me if your dog wasn't bigger, you wouldn't ride on her?
If Arwen was 8 feet long, you would definitely be riding her into battle
Yeah, or to work.
or to work.
You'd be riding her to work. You could ride around on her for your leg. Gage just walked away, and we're just yelling at him across the room.
Trying to blow my nose politely on the pod. No, I
okay.
wouldn't ride Arwen to battle because I respect her too much. I wouldn't want her
it'd
to
be
get
like-
hurt.
No,
You'd make her armor.
That'd be pretty sick.
it's actually
Yeah.
it's the opposite way. She has to let you.
She
ride.
rides me into armor.
No,
I mean into
no, I
battle.
don't mean like that opposite. She has to like be like you're allowed to ride me because otherwise she
It's
like
her
has
idea.
no yeah,
It's
she
her
has
idea.
no rider. What is that? That's like some trope.
That's
in
like some
something.
dragon shit.
Yeah, it's like I think it's like a
To
Harry
earn
Potter
the dragon or like a unicorn.
thing. Buckbeak, the hippogriff, and Harry Potter has to
Oh, dude, definitely know
respect
that,
Harry
yeah.
Potter enough to let him ride him. Come on, dude. I can't believe none of you guys are Harry Potter heads.
I am literally following along with you.
All right, sweet. Thank you.
I'm
I'm
not.
glad.
I've
Glad
said
you're
several
interested.
times that I'm not a Harry Potter. We've had the conversation.
We are always
watched
split
Harry Potter many
50-50. On
times.
Seinfeld, me and Phil. On Harry Potter, me and Steve. Probably other things
Sea
too.
of Thieves, me and Gage.
You
Yeah.
engage, yeah, dude. Yar.
Yar
else?
got a problem,
Yar
bitch?
got a
Yar.
problem. Yeah, I don't know. Sea of Thieves seems pretty good. But that's pretty much what I've been working on. You know what? I've been back to bashing little people.
Yeah.
Little people.
That's crazy.
So here's the thing. I was doing rats for a very long time.
Yeah.
And I love my rats. I'm back on loving them a little bit. I love
Last
them
step
a
you were
little
talking
bit
about
was
how
more.
much you
fast.
hated them.
Well, it's not like I hate them. I didn't say I hated them.
You said you hated
I
them.
didn't- I
I think
didn't
you
say that.
explicitly looked
Gage?
into the air and went, "I hate rats."
No, I should not say that. I don't mind my rats. I will come back to them at a later date. Do not worry. They will not be forgotten. They will not be.
Oh,
Don't look
speaking
at
of
me.
that, real quick,
No, I'm not finished, Gage.
AOS 4
Gage
was announced.
Oh my
the
God.
date.
Derail.
Was it?
Yeah, so you got to get them ready for that.
Yeah, well, they're square based.
The rats? Yeah.
Come on, that doesn't fucking.
No, I
matter.
know. it
Playing
doesn't matter.
Soulblade rules were shown today.
Yeah,
Really good.
Yeah, what
It's
them
basically the
zombies
same,
look like.
same as it was. I mean, they didn't show
Two
the zombies,
attacks each?
but it said no. The general rules for the army, and it's generally the
Okay.
same stuff, just kind of simplified.
Which I like. I like to hear it. You love to hear that. A
Yeah.
simplified war game.
Continue
Who
with
would've
what you
thought?
were saying. I was
Rats.
excited for
I
AOS
forgot.
4.
Oh, anyways, so yeah, I was working on rats for so long that I kind of got bored, got tired of doing rats, And then I started bashing these animals, these little doggos and little thingamabobs, and I liked it, but it still kind of felt like, I'm not like really enjoying this. As soon as I was like, I have to make some raiders for my warband. Now I have the cool animals that are going to be like, their pets or whatever. Now I want to make the raiders. And as soon as I started making little people again, I was like, this is great.
This is the best
This
hobby
is
ever.
so fun. I forgot how fun it is to just bash
Make idiots.
things.
Yeah.
And so now I'm full on. So
It's like we have a whole podcast about that or something.
Yeah. I should re-listen to some of the old episodes to inspire me.
You should.
Yeah. Maybe I will.
Maybe you will.
Yeah, maybe I will.
All
What
right.
about that? What about that?
This
Gage?
is really inspiring.
What?
This.
What?
This.
What?
This.
Anyways, listeners, so that's all I've been working on. Nobody else has anything else. Did you want to talk more about AOS 28?
Nope.
No.
I don't like that game anymore.
What? Age
What
of
game
Sigmar?
do you like?
No, I want to play Age of Sigmar very badly.
Okay, let's play.
Anytime.
That's what everybody says. Everybody says as soon as you say I want to play AOS, everybody goes anytime, right now. I'd play right now. But honestly, if
I have
you were
a broken foot, I have a head cold, and I have to
So you're not committed.
and I have to make my warband for term.
So you're
You
not.
sound
Well, I
like-
mean, literally not today, but I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, see, that's what they're saying.
See?
But like not right now, but anytime.
Anytime.
But like not right now. You sound kind of like Sick SpongeBob.
I have the suds.
I am the suds.
I have the suds.
That is such a good episode.
When I used to wear a beanie, Danny would always say I looked like SpongeBob with the suds.
Hey, yeah, this is table over time.
I have the suds. I should get him tattooed. The suds, SpongeBob specifically.
Yeah. I forgot
I don't know this reference at all.
Oh,
my
dude,
Kind of looks like a
Yeah,
bank
there we go.
robber.
Yeah, he does. Dude, SpongeBob is such a sick show.
It's so good. It really is honestly just so good. So many of those kids shows are just amazing.
Whose
top to bottom.
Whose house would you want to live in? If you
Oh.
were in SpongeBob.
Oh, and SpongeBob
Yeah.
specifically. I thought you were talking about all
Patrick's for sure. Absolutely.
just
Patrick's.
laid out flat
Did
under
you ever
a
see the
rock.
episode though where the rock goes down while he's in there and he's got this fucking mansion under the rock?
I know he had it's like a hole in the ground.
Yeah,
technically, but I didn't know.
I forgot what episode that was. It's been so long, but I remember them being like, "Oh, like you have a house," and he's like, "What do you think?" Just the rock smashing him into the ground.
I'd probably live in Squidward's house. I like
You
his little
fucking
vibe.
would.
He's got a cool
Wouldn't
vibe.
you live in like a skull or some shit?
He lived in
Uh,
one of those Easter Island
Yeah, it's like
heads.
Easter
Yeah.
Island head.
It's called a moai.
Thank you.
Okay.
You just asked if it was a skull. You know?
I don't know. I never really watched the show. I don't know.
You never watched SpongeBob? Oh, yeah. We just talked about this. You're not a cable guy.
Phil,
Well, listen,
didn't watch.
So not a cable guy, but I feel like I was like an adult when SpongeBob came out. I feel like.
No.
What year did SpongeBob?
SpongeBob is
Like
so
1999.
old. Dude, it's so old.
I'm looking
And
this up.
I feel like they still make new episodes of that shit.
pre 2000.
You think so?
I
Yeah.
1000% know so.
Yeah, I remember staying up to watch the first episode ever. It was
Yeah.
at 8:00,
Me too.
and it was right after the Kids' Choice
And it was like the
Awards.
spatula one, right? With the
Yeah.
anchovies. Dude, Tiny Tim doing
Yeah.
all the songs for it.
Dude,
yeah,
you ever
1999.
make a burger and you tuck in the pickles, dude?
So I mean, I was 12 when it came out. So,
So you were in the age demographic
Dude,
for
so many
yeah,
good.
but I didn't have cable though.
Yeah.
Dude, I feel like
forgot the pickles.
yeah, every episode is so memorable. Up to I'm sure a certain point. There's definitely I haven't seen all of the
Yeah,
episodes
yeah.
of SpongeBob. And like I said, they might still be making new episodes. I have no idea. But the main guy died. The guy
Yeah.
who made it.
Yeah.
I forget his name. Rest in power though.
He was a marine biologist.
yeah,
originally,
which is neat.
yeah.
Which is cool.
Show
Man of
was,
many talents.
maybe
Phil,
the
you
show
should
was
make
meant
a
to be,
cartoon.
try.
Yeah.
Of
You
apes.
think I have all of the
It'll be the
all
apes.
of the skills needed to
Yeah.
make a
If
cartoon?
you practice.
Yeah. Well, he didn't do it all.
Also, I'm not a fucking marine biologist.
yeah,
Yeah.
but you could make a show about monkeys living.
I don't think
I'm not,
SpongeBob
I'm not
is-
a primatologist either.
You're close enough. You knew that word. I've never heard that word before. So that
I have a-
basically
I have
makes
a
you
v-
want.
You just picture
Having a-
nose like a gorilla.
Yeah, I did. Having a good vocabulary is really just my smokescreen to convince people that I'm smart.
Yeah, it works for a
Yeah,
lot of things.
It works because
I know it works because everyone thinks I'm smart.
Now we're pushing you into making a cool TV cartoon.
Yeah. I want to watch this.
Yeah.
Going Ape with Phil.
A family of oh, dude, how about this? Okay.
A family of Sasquatches.
Well, see,
No.
can't
I
say
think that
it.
movie's
Too
already
on the
out.
nose.
Yeah, it's too,
It is too on the
it's
nose.
patronizing too to Phil. He get mad.
I agree.
He get mad.
It could be about a family of like orangutan.
That's what I mean. No, not even that, but like the mom's an orangutan, the dad's a gorilla, the
Yes.
kids are chimpanzees. Like it's different monkeys.
Makes no sense.
It doesn't. I guess. I mean,
About a show with Sponge living in a pineapple and his best friend's a squirrel
cool.
with an
But they-
astronaut suit.
but they live at like.
Maybe I'm just too serious of a person.
Yeah, I think you're just not fun enough right now for this.
But they
I
live
think you gotta
in.
expand your mind.
They
Yeah.
live in modern society and they're trying to like fit into like the world around them.
Yeah.
So they have like human friends, but it's just like
yeah, they
they're
wear, like,
So do people
business
not?
suits?
So are they trying to
yes, the
masquerade?
dad
as
is wearing like
humans?
a suit and
Yeah.
has to go to work.
Yeah,
He's
and
a-
no
they-
one
they,
acknowledges
wear,
that they're monkeys.
They like
Yes.
wear wigs to pass as humans.
No, not even. They're
No?
just straight
They're
up
just
like
them.
it's a gorilla. Everybody can see it's a gorilla, but everybody just kind of acts like it's a normal everyday thing. But this gorilla comes into the office and
Yep.
has to do work. And there's like bits like who ate my banana that I brought for lunch, and it's like
Yeah,
you
he
know,
work in
not
an
the
office?
gorilla. Everyone looks at the
Yeah.
gorilla, but it wasn't him.
yes. I swear I had a banana in here, and yeah, they look at him, but yeah, they don't say. That's good. That's
yeah,
good.
I think that's funny. And then
Yeah.
like Jeff in the back room is just eating all the bananas.
yes,
Yeah.
because he
I
knows
think
he
that's
won't get
good.
blamed on it. Yeah, and then the mom's an orangutan.
Oh, dude, the whole episode is about the office being mad at the gorilla and them like chasing him around, all pissed, like a
Yeah.
mob. Yeah, this is good. We're going somewhere with this.
Yeah.
Someone
They-
pick
I
up our
thought
show idea.
People don't realize that he's a gorilla. No.
I feel like they know.
Well, they
just
know.
don't
That's the
acknowledge
bit.
it.
But
That's
they're
the
like,
bit.
okay, well, we're not
Okay.
going to like say he can't work here. You know what I mean?
So maybe everyone says, but I like the idea that the gorillas are trying to pass as, or the apes are trying to pass as human.
oh, they're trying to
and-
like hide, like
yeah,
a
and, they're-
Mrs.
and they
Doubtfire
and they
kind of
think
vibe.
and they think that
Fake
no one
mustache.
realizes. They think that no one realizes that they're apes. and
Oh,
not
but everybody
humans.
does,
Yeah.
They're just too scared to say something.
Yeah.
dude. I like the
This
idea
is
of
a
there
TV
being
show.
twin chimpanzees that go to like elementary school.
One with a bow and one's like
Oh yeah, girl
like
and boy, but they
real-
just have one has a bow.
Yeah.
perfect.
real Phil and Lil, like Rugrat
Yeah.
style.
They're always like getting into trouble, getting sent to the principal's office.
Yes.
Yeah.
For
for
throwing shit at
monkeying
other
around.
kids.
Yeah, for doing monkey things.
Starting a food fight.
Yeah, this is a great show. And then there's like a baby or something. There
Eating
needs to be-
someone's face and genitals.
What would the family's name be?
Dang, that's gonna be where Phil comes in. He's
Phil,
got
what do
the,
you think?
He's got the
Yeah.
words.
What's a punny last name
Yeah.
for them?
Punny last name.
Come on,
for
we need
prime
to,
apes.
You need to ask a comedian, not me.
come on. You're
Oh my
funny,
God,
dude. Listen, you're funny. What's okay? Give us some words then. That has to do with monkeys.
What's a last name that starts with
Primate, hominoid.
PR?
PR?
The princes,
PR.
Price, Prince.
price,
Uh,
primips, the premises.
Oh yeah.
wow, this is great.
No, yeah, these are
What a-
really bad.
What a good.
What a good bit. What a good modeling hobby podcast.
I thought it was pretty funny.
I think it's great, and somebody's gonna steal it, and then we're gonna be like, "Didn't I come up with that idea?" I don't remember.
Yeah. Maybe a
I feel like
YouTuber.
there's got to be a baby too, but I can't think of what the baby monkey would be.
Baby would be like a bald like chimpanzee.
Yeah, or what if it's not even a monkey at all? It's like
just a
just
baby
another
human?
animal. Yes, dude, they have a baby human that they've like adopted.
Yes, like wild child. Yeah.
Yeah. Now we're talking, dude.
All right.
Yeah, and the baby's the worst one of them, and they're
Oh,
like,
yes.
oh, the humans and the it's like getting into all this stuff.
Just eating like a banana, like
Yeah.
making a mess in the kitchen.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
messy, and then all the monkeys are like, ew, this human is so gross.
Yeah.
It's pooping its diapers all the time. Yeah. Anyways,
I think only me and you like that bit.
Oh
yeah,
my
it's great.
God.
I think
Yeah,
it's
it's
awesome. Anyways, the listeners will appreciate it, so I appreciate you guys.
I guarantee someone's gonna say that's already a show and it exists.
Yeah.
And we're just like,
I feel like I can
misremembering it.
visualize a Nickelodeon show that looks like this.
You know what? Speaking of this, the other day you had mentioned a real Berenstain Bears kind of thing.
Yeah.
We were talking about something else, and you mentioned like it's a real Berenstain Bears kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I didn't know really what you meant, but I think I remember being like, "Yeah, totally." But I don't remember what do you mean by that?
That people just misremember how to spell something.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, that and to me also goes along with like the Andrew WK thing. How there's like 100 Andrew WKs.
Is this like Mandela effect kind of thing?
Yes.
What's Mandela effect?
Phil's gonna quit this podcast.
That's all right. He's going to go start this show now.
Yeah. He's going to go be an animator and a director.
All right, Phil. Do you want to get back on track? Do you want us to get back on topic here?
That's entirely up to you.
All right, then we will start with...
Listeners want to hear us explain what the Mandela effect is to Terry.
All right. Never mind, everybody. Nobody wants to hear about it. Anyways, guys, I have a question for you.
What's your question?
Wait, this is the new mixer.
Oh,
how do you do the thing?
Oh, shout out.
Oh, fuck.
If you're a listener and you've made it this far into the episode and you said, it sounds a little bit different.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. You're the only one. You're the only listener who's made it this far. If it sounds weird, too, that's because Steve stole a mixer from Guitar Center.
It wasn't from Guitar Center.
Steve found it.
Steve robbed a Guitar Center at
gunpoint. Yes, he did. He went, put the mixer in the bag.
Put it in the bag.
Put it in the bag. And then he took the mixer and brought it all the way back here.
What does this do?
Nothing.
I do forget how to do the effect.
Hold on.
I'm hoping Steve remembered. There was a button we pricked, right?
This?
This is like a bunch of monkeys trying to work at the office or something.
Is this it?
Yeah.
Are we just
Just don't yell into it.
Oh, that's good. Okay. Questions from the hive.
I like that you just switched it mid-talk. Made it
It's really cool.
Yeah, really cool.
I'm gonna talk like this the whole episode.
No, Terry.
It's okay. We're not gonna teach Terry. God damn it.
So anyways, this new mixer, listeners, will allow us to have 6 people on one mixer, which we've never done before.
We don't have that many
I don't
friends,
really want to do that.
Yeah. Well, we always daisy chain everything.
Yeah.
Anyways, Phil left because he's tired of our
Because
antics.
he hates us.
But that's okay, because I have a question for you guys. This question comes from Dead Matt. When you finish a project, do you find it hard to start another one?
Absolutely, I don't.
You don't at all?
No. Usually I'm anticipating, wow, I'm so ready to be done with this. I want to work on this other thing.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Really? Gage is like, finish a project. What's that like?
Yeah, I've never finished a project. No, I definitely get to the burnout point more than finishing a project. And it's the same way as what Steve said. It's like, no, I really just don't give a shit about this anymore, and I would love to be on the next thing, and I already know what that next thing is.
Yeah.
Do you find it hard to finish a project when you've already thought of a different idea to do?
Yes.
Okay, there we go.
And to that point, with something like Smash Bash, especially this year, more so than last year.
Yeah.
This year I was like, I'm going to paint every skeleton. I'm going to do everything I want, and then I'm going to give them like a red tinge on the outside. But like when you look on the inside, it'll be a more detailed skeleton and all this. And I was like, no, I really am reaching that point. I really don't want to do this anymore. And I kind of just blasted through it and got it to the finish line, and that was it. And I felt better for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, finished, better than perfect.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
So for that point, yes.
Phil's back.
But it's also hard to get to that mentality, for me at least.
Yeah.
Because there's points where I hit the burnout and I'm like, I just don't want to do this project at all anymore.
Did you ask a question without waiting for me?
Yes.
Well, we could do
Well,
wait
I'm not
around.
going to answer it then.
Come
Okay.
on, answer it. It's the question is an easy one to answer, or it's a good one to answer, anyways. Dead Matt asks, when you finish a project, do you find it hard to start another one?
Okay, that's really easy.
Yeah.
So what's your answer?
I've never finished a project.
There you go. We were just talking about Gage. No, but I do think that, like, honestly, the Smash Bash sort of creative restraint of being like, I really want, like, I've already come this far and the due date is 2 nights. I need to finish this is honestly the best way to finish anything.
Yeah, I really wanted to play a game. I forgot it was here. I think it was Necropolis, actually, the height of Necrop, maybe. I don't know. But it was something. I really wanted to play a game, and I was like, I don't want to work on this project anymore. I'm literally finishing it tonight. That way tomorrow I can play this new thing. And
yeah.
That was, like, the best thing for me.
No.
So I have to look at projects like that now, where it's like,
yeah,
I have a 2-week window to do this. I'm only allotting 2 weeks to do this, and then I'm done.
like you will finish your term warband because you have to finish your term
Yes,
warband.
exactly.
If you didn't have to finish it, you might not finish it.
Correct.
I think that, like, and a lot of people will say this, like, deadlines are the best thing as far as creating stuff, but there are plenty of people who are like, no, dude, if there's the pressure, I just don't do it. Like, if I have the pressure,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh yeah, you have said that before, and it's like,
I will not even, if you say, hey, you got to do this and it has to be done by this time, I just will say I'm not going to. Well, I won't even start. I just won't do it.
Dang.
That's a very
I
defeating.
mean, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Gage is pointing towards
Pointing to Phil's
the board
beautiful
that I built.
Mordheim board.
Okay, but that also there was months
Yeah.
to do that.
Yeah.
And it felt like an achievable thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
But still.
to my point, I think goes along with what you're saying. If the deadline is realistic
Yeah.
for your capabilities, then I think it's achievable. But for me to be like, okay, I'm going to make a whole army in 2 weeks, I have to do it.
Yeah.
If I don't have the pressure of like term, I'm going to a different country to play this game.
Yes. It'd be disrespectful
Bash.
if you didn't finish.
Well, it's actually in the rules that you have to finish.
Yeah.
If like Smash Bash, I have to submit the photo by this time. If I'm just going, oh, I need to paint this army just because I'm putting pressure on myself, it doesn't matter. It doesn't happen.
Well, I think everyone's guilty of that, though. Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
Because when we said, like, oh, Age of Sigmar campaign, everyone's got to paint their shit, and then no one does it. Like,
Yeah.
However, it's like I feel like Phil, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're kind of like learning lately how to like let go of your perfectionism.
Yes, very
a
much.
little bit.
Have you
No,
got-
this is just like a thing that like I as a human struggle with.
Yeah,
So
okay.
because like I have, pretty bad ADHD, and it's like these two, sort of like things inside me where it's like I am hyper focused on this thing, and I'm putting everything into it, but other things will fall by the wayside. And that's the thing, like, even like with employment and jobs, I'm constantly just like, I have this anxiety that I'm going to like forget something, or I'm going to like misremember
I have
or
the
like
same problem.
misunderstand something. And so it just like makes me not want to like start or pursue something. Like, well, I'm just going to take like whatever the easiest path is, because then I'm never going to have this, this like roadblock or this like chance to fail.
Yeah. But I think that like, like I like that you left these skeletons red, because it's like, I feel like once you can kind of start to shed perfectionism and you figure out like you can cut corners, like I think cutting corners is like the ultimate creative act.
Yeah, exactly. It drove a different creative decision because of that.
Yeah,
I was like, well, I want to finish this, so this is what I'm doing now.
totally. And it's like it allows you to then be like, yeah. It's just it's very forgiving when you're able to be like, oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make it an aesthetic choice, like a choice to paint these all red. But the choice itself is both out of laziness, but like, because sometimes I think like laziness and being lazy can also be more interesting than taking it too seriously.
And to that point, multiple people have said, I love that the skeletons
Yeah.
are all red.
Totally.
Like, oh.
Yeah, they look
Absolutely.
cool. They
Yeah.
look like bloodied skeletons from
Yeah.
Diablo.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, cool. I
Yeah.
feel better about this decision. Because, like, I wouldn't even say it's not laziness per se, but, like, it was faster.
Yes.
And it
'Cause it
wasn't
was like the cutting of the corners.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I
yeah.
need to get through this.
Yeah, laziness would have been like prime it red and don't fucking touch it ever again.
But if you hold yourself to such, and this is honestly like getting back to what we were sort of a little bit talking about on the Patreon at the end of the episode about, and for listeners, I won't get too deep into it, but I was talking about how I enjoy when things don't look high definition. I think that it like kind of is more like an interesting thing,
Right.
It adds a certain like aesthetical value to the whatever I'm doing. And talking a couple of episodes about like puppet combo games? Is that what was it the thing? Like these games, these horror games that are like super short, developed by like one or two people. They're made using like PS1 graphics, and it's like all of that ties into like a really interesting thing, but it's using the limitations and it's cutting corners, because
Right.
it's like, yeah, if you had a bigger development team, you could actually make this thing a huge game,
Right.
but you can't. You don't have that ability. You gotta cut corners. What choices can you make to cut corners creatively? And it's like, yeah, making them like PS1 graphics, slotting in textures using this or that, making the game only 16 minutes long or whatever.
Right.
It's cool.
And then getting on to the next one.
It's cool.
So doing something evocative enough that the viewer can sort of fill in the blanks,
Yeah, I guess. Or they see it and it's like, I think that painting the skeletons red is the best example of this. Like, that was something that you had to do. You had to get it done. So you cut those corners and you painted all your skeletons red. But the skeletons painted red, painted one color, actually adds to the work itself. It would be It would be less interesting if you had painted everything this. Like,
and that's the thing. It was
quality.
The decision of like, okay, now they just look like brain, and that's all. That's all I really wanted it to look like from afar, anyway. And then, like, as you got closer, you could see all the individual skeletons. But like I said, my original idea was going to go and detail all of it, and I was like, well, that's stupid,
and it wouldn't have looked as good.
Right.
It would have
been way too busy.
Yeah, exactly. It would have been way too busy. It would have been a worse artwork if you had gotten it all painted.
Right.
If you had strived for quote unquote perfection instead of making an interesting creative choice.
And then to the point of the question, once I got it done, I had that dopamine hit of being like, holy shit, I finished it.
Yeah.
Now I can go on to the next thing.
Yes.
And be amped for it.
I feel, I mean, and this is partly like getting away slightly from the question, but like it's hard for me to leave a project unfinished. Hence me bringing up Skaven for the past 2 episodes, because it's like I feel guilty not finishing that project. And I know I will come back to it, and it's not like the first thing I haven't finished, but I like try and live and die by like a done is better than perfect kind of idea. And I you can sort of see when the wave has crested and you're like, this is beautiful. I really love this project. And as soon as that motivation starts to dip, I've gotten good at realizing it in my brain, like when I can feel the motivation dipping, and I will usually just rush through a project just to get it done.
Yeah.
Because I'd rather have it be done than be like, this sucks, and I hate mini painting.
That's so interesting to hear from you, because you are because you don't like unfinished projects. I've seen you go back and finish other things, even in just like a short time of us like in the studio and stuff.
Yeah,
it's interesting for you to have that mentality with your Skaven.
Yeah,
because knowing you, 2 episodes from now they're going to be done
potentially. But I need to I honestly think about it a lot as like catching waves. Like, I've never surfed, but I imagine like surfing, it's a lot of waiting around for the wave to be right. But then when that wave comes, it's like you can ride that wave or you cannot ride that wave, or you could just let the wave go by. But it's like, well, it's now or never. And so if I don't ride the wave, then the wave goes by. And so I try and ride as much things that pop up.
No matter what project it is.
No matter what project, and honestly, like no matter what thing it is, Like lately I've just been gardening a lot. I'm on that wave. I don't think too much. I'm not judging myself about like whether or not I'm not striving to be some master gardener. I'm not trying to make this my full-time job or like my all-end-all.
Like that old guy with the huge vegetables?
Yeah. You
ever see that guy?
Dude, isn't that guy from like right down the street?
No.
Big Rocky Hill guy. Isn't it a Rocky Hill guy?
No. It's like an old British guy.
Oh, sick. He's a Turnip 28 guy?
Yeah. He founded Turnip 28. Max stole it from him.
But I don't know. I'm just not going to get too deep into it, but, you just got to ride that wave, baby.
That's it.
And then when you start falling from that wave, you just finish up and move on. Wrap it up.
Now, talking about that, Phil, have you felt or have you gone back to your Beastmen at all since like branching out with the body snatchers and like taking it a lot easier on your paint style? No. Do you think you will go back to your Beastmen and try and apply that like easier, looser painting to your Beastmen to try and get through more stuff?
We'll have to see.
Yeah.
Because that's like a labor of love where I want to like take joy in like picking out every detail. Because that is how I like to paint.
No, totally.
Like the act of painting, I like doing it that way, but it's almost like it makes it impossible to enjoy a fully finished project.
Yeah.
Because I do have such a big collection.
Yeah,
that's kind of why I asked, like, is it worth maybe like focusing on certain stuff to be that way, and then maybe the stuff that's not as value?
So to me, what I think is breaking it up with projects like how I've been working on the Brothers stuff right now. Then I can go back and I can work on Beastmen for a bit. And definitely, obviously, apply stuff that I've learned.
Like the heroes get the attention and the infantry just are the new...
Or even the Bestigors maybe get a little better standard than the regular cores.
Yeah, things like that,
Because as you've seen with your guys, like, they look awesome.
Yeah.
Like, the new stuff looks awesome.
No, I know. And I think it's keeping a really limited palette and resisting the urge. It's really what it is resisting the urge to like pick out small details. Because I was looking at one of the brothers earlier, and it's I am kind of struggling with it a little bit because it almost feels too plain. Because the body is a Space Marine.
Is it the one Tyler made you with the blockhead?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
it's Tyler's fault then.
It
is Tyler's fault.
Fuck you, Tyler.
I was looking at that too, and it's mostly like
space
metal.
Yeah, it's just all metal. So I'm like, well, how do I mix it up? Should I be like doing different colors? But I'm like
you do some like rust spots on the armor or something like that.
I suppose I could, yeah.
Or nothing at all.
Or nothing at all, and just like not give a shit because it's one of like a million, and a million. It's just one of the servitors. It like doesn't matter that much.
Yeah, give him a peg leg, one eye patch over the eye.
I'll base him and it'll be fine.
I've been meaning to ask you anyway, but because of how the three of us kind of kit bash a lot of like quote unquote meaningless shit.
Yeah.
Maybe from a Steve and I perspective, not so Terry, but a lot of the painting styles of like just like whatever on those guys, do you think you are now adapting kind of that painting style because these models aren't so precious, quote unquote, as your
oh yeah,
your
it is a thing that like because I care about them less, like I haven't put them on a pedestal,
right? And that's not like a degrading thing or like a
no, because I really do like the the models that everyone else has made for you. It's not even it is literally the Beastmen are, it's almost like a fucking albatross because it is I have wanted a Beastmen army since I was in single digits child. Mm-hmm. So it feels, it's like this psychological thing.
Yeah, it's lifelong labor of love.
Yeah. So, applying, skills I have and, the resources that I have to like do as good of a job, it's more important to me to finish it than it is, it's more important for me to have it done eventually than to have it done ASAP. Because at this point they're they're an irrelevant faction, at least for my preferred game system. So, the pressure is almost off at this point.
Yeah, honestly, it's like it's not too bad that they like went away with it because now it's like it makes the army even more special.
Yeah, it's a blessing, it's a curse, and eventually they'll fucking come around and be like, well, there's we can capitalize on the nostalgia of this thing. And
space dwarves,
literally, yes.
Yeah. They love making money, don't they?
Well, they love ruining people's good time and then making money off it later.
Yeah.
Like, oh, your army? Yeah, we're not going to support that anymore. But in 10 years, we're going to bring it back after you probably rebased them or thrown them away or sold them and then buy new ones.
But they're also responsible
like
for the time
I rebased them once. I'm never rebasing them again.
Yeah.
You got another question?
Oh, yeah. Let me see. Let me check the old question list. What's a major hobby bucket list project you hope to complete one day? I know Gage
kind of literally what I was just saying. Is finishing my Beastman collection.
I think we answered this
perfect lead
question
in.
Probably in some different form, yeah.
Yeah. What was your answer, you think?
I think my answer was one of every army.
Okay.
For what system? All systems?
Well, I like for fantasy, I guess I would like to have like
OPR
you want to do
regiments.
the Eric's Hobby Workshop thing?
What did he do?
He has every faction for fantasy battle.
Oh, does he? That's sick. Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
I got a lot of shit.
And it only took him 24 years.
It's not bad. It's not bad. I got a lot of shit. Like I it's probably not far off. If I was to do fantasy battle.
Hobby project bucket list item. I don't even know if I have one really. I'm the one who
I still do eventually really want to DM. Or
like
is it DM? GM? DM?
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
We're just run a campaign.
Yeah. I would like to, you know what, I would feel like going along with that, I think like a bucket list thing I would like to do is do a wargaming scenario that feels enough like an RPG to satisfy me.
Yeah.
Whether that's like an Inc. 28 thing or whatever, like something that feels, I don't know. Something that feels finally like I found the balance between the two.
Yeah. No, I know what you're saying.
You know? Because I don't even necessarily think that. I mean, I think that honestly, a lot of my challenges is like playing the game. You know, not necessarily painting. I can finish projects, I think, and so I don't think I have any projects that I'm like, oh, I would hope to finish this one day. I think I want to feel satisfied in a game.
Yeah. Do you know what would make you feel satisfied,
No.
or you're still trying to play and figure out what that is?
Kind of still. I think I'm still trying to play and figure that out.
Yeah.
You know, it's got to be like simple enough. I think that like eventually I will find this game that's just like perfect. And some games have gotten close. Like honestly,
So
Middle Earth Strategy Battle Game, like that game.
So for
feels
you, it's
so
a
good.
game system thing.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'll know when I got it. You know, I think it's
Yeah.
like a weird thing. It's just like I'll know when I got it because I think I'll play a game. I'll try out enough games where I play a game where it's like I feel fully immersed. It's like a weird satisfaction where you're like, I feel so comfortable playing this game. I would say Gaslands gets pretty close. Like honestly, that game is like pretty good where I feel like I'm not thinking. I feel immersed. I feel like
You're
I'm
in the
the game.
Matrix.
Yeah. Like and it's very smooth, and I feel like I can play the game really, really well, and I'm immersed, and I think I'm still kind of though trying to hunt that game that'll get me even more, that'll
Chasing the
I'll
dragon.
be tapped in, yeah, baby. Honestly, though, like Middle Earth Strategy Battle Company, like really sick game. I think about that game all the time, and I haven't played it in a bit. We should play it. You want to play after this episode, or you want to play Grimdark Future Firefight?
I think I want to play the game where I take a lot of Sudafed and then I go to sleep.
Oh, yeah, I forgot your suds.
Yeah, I have the suds. I would say hobby project that is like the White Buffalo for me.
Yeah. Your orcs?
No, because I actually have like 20 Black Orcs painted now.
Yeah.
Which is like more than I have of any other army game
Yeah.
that we have now. No, I have like this game aesthetic idea that I really want to pursue, but I never knew what Steve was talking about, where he was like so hush hush about like flames and like the development of it. I was like, dude, come on, like it's a game. But like once you're really excited on something, you're like, I don't want to fucking tell anyone.
No, because someone's gonna take your
You're
idea.
like, I don't even want to hint at it. You know what? I'm so
yeah,
scared.
like this ape
I would
show.
be more. Yeah. My concern would less.
Like the ape show.
Yeah, like the show about monkeys, dude. We shouldn't have said that. I'm going to edit that whole part out in case people.
I think you should be less worried about people stealing ideas because that's.
I'm not worried about it being
And
stolen.
I think you should be more worried about. You said the satisfaction of telling people an idea is the same satisfaction that you get from finishing a thing.
Yeah,
So you
dude.
should hold it close to the chest so that you actually do it.
And that's it. Paul and I were like kind
I have a
of
huge problem with that.
talking about it in the chat the other day, if you guys remember that. But that's like as far as I'll get with it.
No,
It's like
it moves too fast for me.
I really want to keep that game as like a final project.
Is it going to be
The
more
final project before
The
you
final,
die.
yeah, before I fucking
I
end
want
it.
to like ask you about. Is it so? Will it exist in a war game?
Yes.
Is it a war game
Yeah,
based
yeah,
game?
Yeah.
Does it exist in a pre-existing? This is like 20 questions. Does it exist in an already existing
No.
game? So it's an entirely new game.
It's a totally fresh idea that I'm so excited about. It's a totally untapped idea.
Are you going to have your own rules system to this game?
I think so.
Oh, that's cool.
It's cool. I don't even want to like focus on it right now because I just don't feel like I'm ready. I have a note document where I just keep throwing things
I won't
into
bug
it.
you because Phil is right.
No,
Like,
that's fine.
If you like spoil it, if you start talking about something, like you just kind of
It
be
also
like, okay,
just
I
it
feel
subconsciously influences other things when you talk
satisfied.
about stuff like that.
Yes.
And we've all done it to each other where someone's come up with an idea and then a week later someone else is like, yo, I just finished this thing. And we're like, oh, I literally just talked about that.
Yeah.
But I will say Dark Tyler has gotten me lately really wanting to dust off my Catachan. Get like a 3rd edition
Yeah,
Imperial Guard
dude.
army going. So that's the White Buffalo right now.
Yeah. Big buff Rambo guys.
Yeah, dude. It's like I gotta finish the fucking Gene Stealer cult. I gotta finish the Orcs. I gotta finish my Age of Sigmar army. But I still gotta go to term. So it's like we'll get there.
If you don't cut up those horrors, I'll trade you some old metal Catachan snipers.
He needs the horrors.
He can blue stuff them.
You should.
He has
blue
a
stuff
week and a
them.
half.
I have
Blue stuff takes 5 minutes, as we've seen.
5 minutes.
I have 6 metal Catachan snipers.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
So you don't need more.
No. Steve really wants these horrors.
Well, I just don't need these Catachan snipers.
I think about the idea of having a lot of projects that are unfinished, and it's like they'll all get done.
Yeah, I mean, none of them stress me out anymore.
No.
Especially even like having this podcast. It's cool because like it always provides something for us to talk about. Where it's like I'm going back to this project. You guys remember that? Or like it's fun that I'm doing this now.
Yeah.
Or even like meeting people at Adepticon. They're like, oh, it was so sick that you got your Mordheim board done on time. And I'm like, thank you, person from the internet that was bullying me to my face. But like, you know, it's cool. It's just like stuff to bring up and get back into. And
Well, eventually, I mean, unlike, I guess, Steve, who wants every army, I feel like I'm at the point where it's like, well, I've got my armies. I'm just going to kind of finish them, and then I'm going to only make skirmish things from now.
yeah,
Because it's just like, I don't know. It's like, I have like 40K. I have AOS. I have, if I finish the rats, I'll have a square base old world army. And it's like, all right, I think that's good. I'll just keep adding on to these guys rather
skirmish
than
games are also so fun.
Yeah.
To come up with a quick concept, make something for it, and you're done.
Yep.
It's the fastest and like most freeing way to be like, cool, these guys ride bicycles and they have orange jumpsuits. I'm gonna go find the bicycle kit and I'm gonna kit bash guys in orange jumpsuits.
They're riding Huffies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good to go. They're done.
No, it's true, and they don't take up a lot of space, which is the problem I'm having with army projects. Is I'm just like, oh, I need to find a spot to put all of these, and it's like, well, just put them inside of the real awesome boxes or whatever the. But
then you don't see them.
But then you have so many boxes too. I have a tower of these stupid boxes, and now I'm like, oh god,
I just bought 2 more. I did the same thing. I was like,
I'm
fuck.
like, cool. Now I got to buy more boxes and build more towers of
Really
stupid
useful
boxes.
box.
That's my
really stupid boxes.
That's why I like don't want to make every army because I want to be able to look at them, but where am I going to put them?
You need a sick game room.
No.
Yeah,
I don't
evict
have
your
space for
roommate and then
Yeah, I mean when he's gone.
yeah, I'll line up all my
Move
cool
your
armies.
bed to the living room.
Yeah.
And then your room could become your display room.
I still get the crazy idea of actually painting all those orcs I have. That idea comes across my mind probably once a week.
Do it.
What about a Tau army? That would be like really sick.
Oh, dude, a
Something
Tau
like
army
that.
would be cool.
You guys ever think about like a Tau army, but they're like Grimdark Tau, but not in like a grim, but they have like cool like pipes and stuff coming off them. You know what I mean?
That'd be cool.
I think that would be a really.
Yeah,
That'd be really
Pipes
cool for
coming
you guys to do.
Well, I don't really want to do that
No,
idea, and I'd be willing for anybody else.
I
who
wish one
likes
of my
Tau.
like really good friends would do it. Or
Yeah, I'm
something.
not huge into Tau.
Yeah,
so
Phil,
I
I
don't
think
do
that'd
that
be really
project.
cool for you to do.
It's funny you say that. I actually do think Tau are sick, but I feel like I would not have fun painting them.
A
Yeah,
lot of edge highlighting.
Yeah, same with like
You're too edgy.
with like Space Marines and stuff. It's just a thing that I think is like kind of cool, but painting it seems like ass.
What would you do for a faction if you did Space Marines?
I did have a Raven Guard army for.
Oh, yeah,
I just
of
never
course.
fucking finished paint. I think I
Raven Guard
finished,
is
like
cool.
2 months. Dude, I do like Raven Guard, and it's funny. I didn't care for Space Marines until I read their lore, because they're fucking they're like their origin was it's like a fucking workers' revolution on a mining planet,
Dude, that's sick.
and then they have the like goth bird aesthetic.
Yeah, that's what I like
Yeah,
them.
I like that
crow.
shit.
Yeah, they're the crow. Yeah, exactly. Are they a successor chapter? Not to get
No,
too deep.
no, they're a
into-
main.
Oh, main.
They have a Primarch, Corvus Corax.
Oh yeah. All right, nice. So the successor chapters, they don't have Primarchs.
No, they have chapter masters.
Losers.
But they are all still descended from one of the original Primarchs.
Losers. Now you think the Black Templars are the most famous successor chapter?
Probably, yeah.
Who are they a successor chapter for?
Imperial Fists.
Oh.
And now, who do you think the least famous?
Doom Eagles.
No, not the least
There's
famous
literally
successor chapter,
a billion
but the least famous main chapter
of the main legions.
Of the main legion.
I always think Iron Hands are a little bit like
Iron Hands
people
kind of,
don't like
because their
but they're-
Primarch died like early in the Horus heresy, so he's like kind of irrelevant.
You don't ever see salamanders.
Yeah,
you
but,
see some.
but they're
The other thing,
mentioned
too,
a
is that
lot, you know what I
Iron
mean?
Hands though had really good rules.
Yeah.
So for a lot
They
of
were very good.
they're oftentimes really represented on the tabletop.
I think it was 7th edition. They were like broken.
I think it was 8th.
Was it 8?
Yeah.
Dude, do we have another question before we
what are these Space Marine?
before we turn into one of those podcasts arguing about Space Marines?
No, dude, I want to argue about Space Marines for a bit because we're that podcast now. Oh, the chapters, dude. I literally couldn't remember. I was like, the factions. What are the Space Marine things called? Yeah, I never think really about Space Marines. This is fun for me, Gage. Stop. This is fun. Just like you like pirate shit.
Oh,
I want to look at
Terry
this.
wants to be a Space Marine guy.
I want to be a Space Marine.
Now
guy.
it's just shit.
Oh my god, dude! But how do I find it? How many were the originals? Like there was like 20 or something like that.
18, technically 20. There's the two that were redacted.
Oh, first founding is what
first founding.
Dude, I love the
Legions,
redacted part of like the.
You were supposed to make your faction.
I know, but it's kind of cool that they're just like, oh, we don't know.
They've been scrubbed from Imperial records.
That's also an easy way 10 years from now to go, we found them.
Cha-ching.
Yeah, they were living in a different galaxy.
No, I don't think they would. I think that's too lazy.
Yeah, not like nothing hardworking, like bringing back Votan or.
I know it's not a.
I don't know. I think they did a really good job.
I think they did a great job. I just think the money incentive is pretty strong with any decision they make.
Yeah.
The lore is so big and stupid at this point, they could do anything.
Oh, new Space Marine chapter. They look cooler than the other chapters, and they all new kits. So you got to buy them.
You have to buy them.
I'd bet money against it.
Here we go. If he was a betting man, I would
how did
say,
Primaris come about?
Yeah, but they're not a new chapter.
No, it's a whole new line.
Yeah, it's a new product
money.
line.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they most of the Space Marine stuff comes out as generic because so many people just do homebrew chapters anyway.
Yeah.
Making a new like like Space Wolves or Blood Angels or whatever, it
They do little
has
shit
a
all
more-
the time, though.
it has like a more limited. It will always have a more limited audience.
Well, yeah. I mean, look at the what are the Tyranid
They
Hunter
make
guys that just came out?
upgrade kits. I have no idea what that even means.
like a
Tyranid
Space
Hunter guys.
Marine.
They were survivors of the last box set or whatever, and they just have like cooler upgrade kit.
Yeah, so it's just an upgrade kit.
They're
Yeah,
the
but you're not making a
smashers.
new chapter in the lore from whole cloth.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Is that I would bet against.
Oh, yeah. That's not what Steve was saying.
Oh, I thought you were talking about making the 2 redacted legions, bringing them back.
Initially, we started on that, but that's not where we're not.
Oh, okay. That's what I was shitting on.
Oh, okay.
Gage
I'll always shit on that.
Gage seems to have a lot of opinions about Space Marines for not wanting to talk about Space Marines. That's all I got to say.
Kind of weird.
Yeah, we got him started off.
Yeah, I love Space Marines.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Thanks for checking out this episode of Hive Scum. If you aren't already part of the community, check us out at the In Rust We Trust Discord, which you can find down in the description below. If you have questions you'd like to ask us, you can find our Instagrams down below as well. Or feel free to ask away on the Discord. We also have plenty of extra content and other perks available to our patrons on Patreon. So if you're interested in helping us keep doing what we're doing, then you can find that description below as well. Until next time, folks, keep it grimdark and keep it grimy. Peace.